Yeah, man. So we here. I'm Jamal Nolan.
I'm Will Marshall.
This is the It Can Still Happen podcast, and we are doing the Michael Jordan Last Dance documentary review. We here. We trying to bring it to y'all quick, fast, and in a hurry. We just finished watching the documentary, raced over to the studio, set up. Now we here, and we ready to record, and we ready to get straight into it. I took a lot of notes. And I do want to do this though. First, I want to start with love before we get into the hate, because there's gonna be some hate coming. But I first want to start with the love. So you go ahead and start with love, bro.
What part that have I loved so far? Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole story. Then I got a chance to get the backdrop on Scottie Pippen. I didn't know his storyline. I actually tried to search a documentary of Scottie Pippen not too long ago, and there wasn't nothing on there.
Right.
So being able to see Scottie Pippen's where he come from and how he did his thing, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a equipment manager to getting drafted in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? So
Very inspiring. I got that in my notes, but I got a few different points that I want to touch on. And that equipment manager one is a big thing, and I'm gonna tie it back into like the Michael Jordan situation. But me, first off, just as a content creator, the way this thing was produced was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I told him it's very difficult to like produce something that's not in chronological order. So the documentary, if you haven't seen it yet, stop this video and go watch it first. I don't know, it's on ESPN, ESPN Plus. Watch that before you watch this, because full spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts ahead. But the way it was set up is like, when we want to talk about Michael Jordan in his 97-98 Bulls season, but then we're going to go back here to his childhood. Then we're going to go over here to Scottie Pippen's story. Then we're going to go over here to this story. And it's very difficult to like produce something like that and it be well written and put together and told very well. So just right off the bat, I absolutely love that. I just kept saying it to him like, bro, this is good, yo. Like the way they produced this thing. But another thing is, I grew a greater, this is just the first two episodes that we're reviewing, I grew a greater appreciation for Michael Jordan, period. Hands down. Always had respect for him. I was younger when this reign was going on, so I wasn't like fully aware of basketball. But I always appreciated Jordan and what he did, loved the highlights, studied the highlight tapes. This was just different, man. Just seeing just a little bit in this first two episodes behind the curtain was super dope to me. Super, super, super dope to me. Right off the bat, they started off with like Mike sitting in his house, flick a little lighter, and Will said right off the bat, that ain't no cigar, that's a blunt.
it was a little too skinny to be a cigar. That's what I said. Hey, who am I? It's Michael Jordan. I can't say nothing, but it did look like a blunt to me instead of a cigar.
I think we gotta get straight to it, bro. I think like right away. So that was our love. We went straight to the hate now. I think right away, me and him was kind of looking at each other like, this is crazy, bro. Like this is bizarre. Where the general manager, Jerry Krause is his name. Jerry Krause was a general manager, and it just right off the bat, they were just talking about how like, this is it. This team has won 3 championships, then another 2 championships. So they have won 5 championships. And they like, it's time to start rebuilding now.
Yeah.
And that's such a foreign concept to us. And it didn't work. So it had to, you know what I mean? So what's your thoughts on that? Because like, right away, I know we was kind of looking at each other like, why not keep this going?
Yeah, I thought that too. I definitely was like, looking at them. I wasn't there seeing them, watching the games, watching the season year by year, but I definitely watching the documentary like, hey, why would they want to do that? They won what 5 out of 7 years. Why would you want to break that up? But now I do play 2K. I play it often, and some people just like to play online. Some people like just play against each other. I'm one of the guys that love to play GM mode. I love to be at GM, and so I can kind of see what he was thinking at times. Now,
so Jerry Krause was playing 2K with real people, bro.
Yes, he was.
With the greatest of all time.
He was.
He was playing 2K with the greatest of all time people.
He really messed up. He messed up by firing the coach. You can't. The coach is a big deal.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson is a big deal.
Before we got to give him backstory. Well, you've seen this, but what we're talking about is heading into that final season. He told Phil Jackson straight up. Go ahead.
I would say, we really shouldn't have to explain anything to anybody in this clip because
that's fair.
This is a preview. So you've watched this documentary already.
So we're talking about when he said, Phil Jackson, this is your last year. I was literally like boiling inside, bro. I couldn't wait to get on the podcast. Are you kidding me, bro? Yo, in like hindsight is 2020. Phil Jackson is the greatest coach of all time. There's no debating it. Yes, we know that. Phil Jackson is the greatest coach of all time. But even then, he won 5 championships. You don't just get rid of a coach. They literally told this man, this is your last year. If you win 82 games in a row, you will not be back. That's crazy,
Just
bro.
personal reasons. You can't mix business with pleasure. You can't mix your feelings with that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he told him if you win 82 games in a row, this is your last year. That is straight ego, bro. Yeah. They were saying he got like the little man syndrome. That's straight ego. You can't do that, bro. You can't operate business like that. My man was straight up like, son, I don't care what you do for us. I don't care if you win us another championship. I don't care.
Well, apparently he felt like it wasn't the coach. Like he had a different type of mindset. He felt like, one person couldn't stop the show. The only person who could stop the show was Jordan. And he felt like he could move all the pieces as long as he didn't move that. He was like playing chess. Jordan was his king, and he was trying to use everybody else, the queen, pawns, bishops, all that to sacrifice to make sure the king safe.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He said this. He said, organization wins championships, not a player.
Not players.
Not players. And even that statement was directed towards Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like let's get straight to this Krause, bro. We got to get to this dude, bro. And I know everybody on social media was tearing him up. We was checking in on Twitter a little bit here and there. We got to talk about this dude, bro. And, like, he was a great general manager. I do want to give him credit for that. He did what he was supposed to do early on, but I think he got an ego about him. And he started trying to move pieces around and make stuff happen on his own. Like, I don't need nobody. I can do this on my own type attitude, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
And I feel like there was a pivotal moment where I thought to myself, and I tweeted this out. By him telling Phil Jackson that was his last year and publicly making that known, and the way he was handling Scottie Pippen, which we'll get into in a second, him doing that inadvertently assured that they was going to get a 6th championship. Like, he fueled the greatest coach of all time and some of the greatest players.
I wouldn't say his shit. Okay.
But no, he didn't do it on purpose, though.
Okay, that's like saying with Kobe passing away, Lord, I miss you. That guarantees the Lakers will win the championship this year because it's just all LeBron said, Kobe, I'm going to put it on my shoulders.
I would believe that some people have that kind of willpower, bro.
Yeah.
But we're talking about one person, LeBron, having that kind of willpower versus an entire organization, head coach, star player.
You don't think the Laker organization together want to do this?
No, not nearly as bad. And I want to keep talking about this Krause. I think he stumbled into doing something great. Like, by being an absolute moron, he stumbled into like a great situation. by making himself this. And even the way he got his job, just being like, hey, can I be the general manager? That's crazy. So he's just asking people, you could just ask for a general manager position? No qualifications?
Yeah, when you know the right people.
I need to learn to meet some more people there, bro.
There you go.
The only people I know can get me a job at a factory.
Yeah, you don't know the right people yet. Then that's all it is. But you right, he is I think he's your normal general manager these days. But he had he put too much on himself. He put too much as in he's the one that's doing all this. He felt too much like it was just him.
Do you really feel like he felt solely responsible for the 5 championships prior to that, and everybody else was just getting credit? Do you think that's how he felt?
He felt like he deserved more credit. I think he understood that it was a team thing, the whole organization.
Do you think he was a good general
felt
manager?
like he deserved more. Was he a good general manager?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was pretty good. He just didn't maintain it. He started letting his emotions get in the way of the great job he had been doing. He had been doing such a great job.
And I really hate how the owner was so
into it.
nonchalant about everything, just kind of letting them do whatever he was doing.
Well, he had no choice. Like, they had never won a championship. The Bulls had never won a championship. So he won them 5 championships.
I would put my foot down.
So he wouldn't have no choice but to,
I would put my foot down at some point. I would put my foot down at some point and say, you cannot, enough is enough, bro. Because we got to agree that players were getting mistreated. And they started disrespecting him back. And we can just jump to that. Rightfully so. How Jordan and Scottie Pippen was treating him. I'm not for any man disrespecting another man. Like, we all grown, bro. We can sit here and have a straight up conversation. But the situation that they put Scottie Pippen in and the situation that Jordan was in, I totally understand how they was behaving, bro. How they was saying Scottie was going back and forth with him on the bus or just in different situations where he was just lighting them up nonstop, relentless. Like, I don't want to play for the Bulls no more. I don't want to play for you. You publicly, which is why I think people don't do that no more. They don't make it public known that you want to get traded, that they want to trade you. It always get leaked. You never have the general manager like, I don't want Will on this podcast no more. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine if I said I didn't want you on the podcast no more?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, come to the podcast. Yo, we got to shoot a podcast tonight, but nigga, I don't want you on the podcast. That's crazy, right?
Well,
I'm trying to trade you on the low, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Publicly, just making it known. I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. Our Facebook audience is great. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I'm saying...
Well, that's totally different because back then they didn't have all that back then, so...
He in the media. Well, the one thing that they have, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of Scottie. Who wants him? That's crazy, bro. That's disrespectful. So him doing that and Scottie, terrible contract.
He signed that contract.
You want to talk about that then?